Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, we had an update on Xdefiant. Was not much, in all honesty. It was like a 1-minute read. As Mark Rubin details in his tweet right here, morning patch going out, which is a few things we worked on right before the game shipped. I will, of course, link the patch notes down below in the description if you want to take a look at it yourself. Like I said, it's not really much to cover, but that did lead us to this tweet right here. Also, next week's patch will be the one to look out for, with a lot of gameplay changes. Sniper flinch, bunny hopping, screen shake, etc. And some hit reg, netcode changes. And remember, with hit reg and netcode, no one change will fix everything, but we'll keep making improvements. Very nice, very good to hear. I'm glad they're like truly listening to us. To which then also someone in the comment section saying, hey, what exactly meant by bunny hopping? Jump shots in general or jumps one after another? Which he goes into detail and says, jumps one after the other. Jump shotting is always and should be a thing. It is a movement skill, but multiple jumps repeatedly is not what we want from the design. So I can agree with that wholeheartedly. It's become something I just do now in general. It's just normal for me to do with the bunny hopping and stuff like that, knowing I don't get a penalty for doing multiple jumps in 1 or 2 gunfights back to back. Like I said, he detailed it. Jumps one after the other. So like the first initial jump, you're gonna be okay. Then on out, you should only focus on like actual true gunfighting and skill. Because after that, you're gonna get a crazy, I'm hoping, an accuracy penalty enough to make you stop jumping, or it's not gonna really do enough. And then the sniper flinch, we need that so bad. The screen shake, oh, it's starting to upset me a little bit with grenades and stuff like that. Like grenades that aren't even on my screen, that are just like semi-near, they do no damage to me whatsoever, exploding, and my screen is just, it's everywhere. It's getting old. And of course, like you said, hit reg and netcode issues, not going to be fully fixed with this next coming update, but it will get better over time as they continue to improve it. Knowing that they know it's an issue, they actively acknowledge that it's an issue. It's not by design. It wasn't supposed to be that good in the first place. Then along with the sniper flinch and stuff like that, I mean, just kudos to them. I know I say that a lot. I have been glazing Xdefiant, Mark Rubin specifically, the development team, for some time now. If you've watched any of my recent videos, I have been glazing them like crazy. That is the truth, and I'll admit, I have been glazing them a lot. But it's also a game that I'm extremely obsessed with, and probably in an unhealthy way. It's just cool to see a game that I love and that I really enjoy is getting the attention that it needs from the development team, and hopefully we'll just continue to garner more of a community in general. Because I've seen a lot of people just continuously like hating on the game, struggling with liking the game because of the hit registration problems. The skill gap itself, I've seen a lot of people, that's been a very hot topic recently, of the skill gap being an issue. Don't really know exactly what to say about that. I just know that some people are upset that some players know how to use the skill gap in some way, shape, and form that makes them better in gunfights. Now, yes, abusing the movement tech and stuff isn't really making you any better at the game. It's just, you're just more crutching on a movement ability that you shouldn't have full access to like you do. So there obviously is some give and take there, but there also is a lot of players that are just better than other players. There's a lot of players that are better than me. Yes, I know I sweat a lot. My profile shows it. I mean, look at my camo grind. I have 4 ARs bronze. MDR sucks. I don't like it. My SMGs are pretty much all bronze. I'm going to start working on the shotgun soon. The TAC 50's 24, so it's halfway to bronze. Starting to work on the marksman rifles and the LMGs and shotguns. I mean, even the pistols. I've started to actually start trying to use other pistols finally. Skill gaps exist. I'm sorry to tell you, but they just do. There are so many players that are better than me, that I know that are better than me, that just will dominate me. And then there's also times where I'll dominate other players because I'm better than them. I'm not the greatest Xdefiant player of all time. I am nowhere near in way, shape, or form that kind of a player. I've played against Apathy and Slacked and Raxy before. I played against them 3-stacking one time. And then yesterday I was streaming and I played Apathy and Slacked again while they were duo queuing, and they were using like LMGs because they're doing the camo challenges. So they weren't even using like the good guns, and I put up like 16-30, and they put up around better numbers than me, but kind of close to mine. Obviously they did better. They won. It was like 200, 210 to like 230, 240 in a hard point. I know, like, I look at them and I realize I'm not as good as them, but I'm gonna try my absolute best to hold my weight against them. I don't know, it's just been a crazy topic here recently, and that also entails with the bunny hopping getting nerfed. Like, that is why it's getting nerfed, is because it does create this like crazy difference in ability of other players, I'd say, to where one player knows how to bunny hop 5 times in a row, losing almost no momentum to no momentum whatsoever, doing his 5 bunny hops in one gunfight, when the other player might not even know or even like care to jump around a corner and start bunny hopping in the first place because he just doesn't play that way. He's not that into the game. When other players like me are way more into the game, and it's freaking pubs. Like I'm just grinding, I'm playing the game. Yes, I do understand as to why bunny hopping is getting nerfed and why people are getting upset with it. It makes sense, it does. Like, it genuinely does. But there's been a clip going on around recently of someone saying players like this are insufferable. If you're in the Xdefiant community whatsoever, you should know the clip I'm talking about. It's the guy, he walked up behind a player, pretty much undetected, zero sound whatsoever, shot him in the back, like 2 bullets. The other player reacted, turned around like 90 degrees, dunked on his forehead, and then the player was bunny hopping and stuff because he was reacting and turned around, and he bunny hopped like 2, 3, 4 times, but got a double kill as well. He didn't just get 1 kill, he got 2. The guy who initiated the gunfight though sucked. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this, and maybe you just had a bad moment. I have bad moments where I suck too. There's plenty of times where I miss a lot of shots, but you suck. Like, that was terrible. That was awful. No good, very bad aim. Shout out Jinxie in that one, because holy crap, it was terrible. I can't help you lost your gunfight when you started the gunfight. He wasn't looking at you. He was shooting at his kneecaps pretty much the entire time, and people were, you know, like, going out of their way and saying like, oh, the bunny hopping is the problem. Yes, bunny hopping is a problem. Like, I can't help. You missed your shots when you started shooting it. Also, the spawns needs fixing, dude. I'm sorry, but if I'm in this hard point, I don't think they should be allowed to spawn in this corner back here, because they'll spawn in the corner. I'm okay with them spawning behind this, whatever they got over here, this little tunnel of trash, whatever you want to call it back here. This tunnel back here, that's fine. This corner is not fine right here. See, look, we were on the hard point and they spawned behind us. What? That doesn't make any sense to me. That just doesn't. There's a whole lot going on with it. The community, I understand the frustration though, for sure. And I do want a good, better, balanced, I guess, game in general for everyone. If I'm abusing the movement tech, okay. If you're gonna try and nerf me a little bit, I'll just abuse the gunplay. I'll use my thumbs. I'll use my controller and just get better, I guess. But the arcade shooter style is supposed to have some arcade style movement to it. That's why it's called an arcade shooter. Anyways, I'm excited for the new update. I'm sure it's going to bring a lot of balance to the game. It's going to make the game feel a lot smoother and stuff like that. Probably not too many broken things left to fix really anymore. I don't really see anybody complaining about SMGs just yet. Don't really see any other problems. Shotgun's super underwhelming, so maybe that needs a bit of a buff over time. But yeah, just wait for the game to get updated. It's going to get a lot better. And if you hate the movement, get better. I really don't know what to tell you anymore.